Hi everyone, long time no see. I thought I'd make a quick video to try and answer some of the questions that have been coming through on my original video that I made, which was treating Tinea Versicolor. I've had quite a lot of questions that have come through the video, which is understandable. A lot of people want to understand, what this is and different ways that you can treat it. And I'm hoping just to go through some of the questions that have been asked on this video and give you my sort of responses. Um, but of course, before I go into anything, I just want to clarify that, I'm not a doctor, and everything that I talk about in this video is from my own personal experiences. And if you feel that there's something that you need an answer for, I would always advise going to see a doctor or professional. um, so yeah, I just wanted to clarify that this is really my experience, and if you want to take my advice, that's completely up to you. So um, yeah, so this I look completely different than 2 years ago. I had a tan and now I don't. um, so yeah, I'm just going to go through some of the comments from top to bottom. Apologies if this is a little bit of a long video, but I seem to keep getting the same questions, and I hope that this can kind of answer a number of them, and people can just flick through here and get their thoughts and opinions. So yeah, I'm just going to filter by the newest first. So Fraser Bottomley said, I'm terrified to go in the sun. I'm scared they're going to scar. My tinea versicolor is pale pink, white, and slightly flaky. Doctors said it was psoriasis, and now they think it's tinea. They're on Selsun. I just wondered if you can actually see it's fading. Help anyone that's making me feel so depressed. So can definitely resonate with the way that you're feeling. And I remember when I had Tinea Versicolor when I was 18. Actually, originally I'm from Australia, and you can imagine having Tinea Versicolor in Australia when you've got quite a tanned complexion. Summertime, all you want to do is go out in the sun with your friends, go to pools and get your top off and all that stuff, and you can definitely feel really uncomfortable having it. um, what I'll say is, it's definitely something that can be cured, in my opinion, and it doesn't take long either. It just takes a little bit of dedication. Um, so please don't feel like there's no hope or anything like that, and there's no need to put yourself down about it. It's a very common thing that happens to a lot of people. Um, with your description, that is very similar to what I had, the way you've described it there. Um, so just to sort of go back on what I mentioned in my original video, the way in which that I got rid of Tinea Versicolor is by going on a Candida diet. And a Candida diet is essentially a diet where uh, you don't have any sugar, or you minimize your sugar as much as possible. So when you look to minimize your sugar, you realize, carbs and a lot of starchy vegetables are not available. So a lot of the stuff that you're eating is, just whole food vegetables. The only fruit that I could have from the diet that I was following was like a green apple. Um, but I bought this Candida diet book, which had sort of a list of all the things that I could eat. So they're quite helpful. If you go on the internet and Google Candida diet, I'm sure you'll be able to find one. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You just, every time that you go to buy something, you really should just be looking at the sugar and see how much is in there. But yeah, ideally you just don't want to eat any sugar. And if you want to understand why and all those sort of details, just do your research on Candida. I'm not going to go into how it actually works. You can do your research. So I think I will answer your question here, Fraser, as we go down. I'm sure it'll come up again. Hi, I'm actually on the Candida diet because I have fungal acne caused by some yeast as Tinea Versicolor. After how long did you see results? Can you now eat normal again? Please help me because I don't see improvement yet and I'm almost on the diet for 3 weeks. I actually replied to this one. I was commenting on another account because I forgot my password for this account, but um, the thing is, what I realized when I was on this diet is my Tinea Versicolor was getting better when it stopped spreading. So with my experience, like I had Tinea Versicolor quite seriously, like all here in my joints, in my arm there, had it all over my shoulders, I had it all over my back, and I had it like all up my chest, down here, sometimes a little bit here. It was really bad, and um, I noticed that it was starting to work when it stopped being flaky and it sort of not healed over, but I could tell that it wasn't spreading anymore. Now, the thing is, well, at least with my experience, I'd been on this Candida diet for 4 months. And then what I did is after my skin, or what I think had healed, I went on a holiday. And when I tanned in the sun after being on the Candida diet, the discoloration and the spots that I had, they got tanned over in like 2 or 3 days and they disappeared. I couldn't believe it. So from my personal experience, like just being on the Candida diet, you're not going to see spots fade away. In my experience, you need to go in the sun to have the spots fade away. And with regards to eating a normal diet, well, since I did the Candida diet 2 years ago, uh, I've been able to eat whatever I want. It's actually been quite amazing, to be honest. Like, I can't really explain it. Like, I went on this really difficult Candida diet, and a lot of the food issues that I was experiencing, like from when I was about 15 to like 23, had disappeared. I used to get like a lot of bloating, like when I drink beer. Eating cheese was like always like a really bad experience, but for some reason, and I don't know if it's just maybe my stomach got used to it or it's just a coincidence, but it seems pretty unlikely. After I went on the diet, a lot of these foods and beers, I can drink beers now. I don't like get any bloating or anything like that. Um, and I haven't been eating very healthy for the past like 12 months. I've actually put on quite a lot of weight, and touch wood, Candida, hasn't really become a massive issue for me again. And I do solely believe that it was because I went on a Candida diet. It's no coincidence that, I went on this diet for 4 months and then, all of a sudden I could tan over the spots after 6 or 7 years of having suffered with it. What other comments do we have here? So I know that the sun most definitely makes it grow more. The best thing I've ever used to clear up my skin. Wait, the best thing I have ever used that cleared my skin up within 2 weeks is Mugu Eczema and Price cream. I started using cream last year since I had no spots. Okay, that's cool. That's a really interesting. I've never heard of it, but I'm really glad that you shared that, Nadine. Could be something for people to try out. Hello, just saw your video. I've had Tinea Versicolor for 8 years now, so I've been living with it for quite a while. So did your diet just exclude sugar? Does that include all sugars like fruit? How about dairy? That's a good question. I'll try and give you some more information on this. Let me have a look. So yeah, it did pretty much exclude sugar, and it did exclude dairy, from what I remember. Yeah, so this is a summary. No starchy vegetables, low sugar fruits, non-glutinous bread, healthy proteins. Okay, here it says some dairy products, low mold nuts and seeds, herbs, spices, and condiments, healthy fats and oils, sweeteners like stevia, sorry, fermented foods, and mostly non-caffeinated drinks. See, I kept it really simple. Like, I really didn't risk anything. Like, the only source of carbs that I ever had really was brown rice. I did have brown rice a couple of days a week. Like for my lunch, I'd have brown rice and broccoli, or I'd have brown rice and chicken for dinner. Um, but I literally didn't. I didn't have anything. It's probably a little. It might be a little bit easier for me because like I'm not hooked on like caffeine. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. All I drink is water. Like I've always been like that. I'm not really big on like soft drink and all those types of things. So I think people who have, you know, drink coffee every day and all that, this candida diet's going to be quite difficult for you. Because one of the hardest things is the first 2 weeks when you're on the diet, because your body's reacting to not having that sugar. And I actually can remember sitting on the couch like after 2 weeks of not having any sugar, and all I could think about was like running to McDonald's and getting a hamburger. Like I was so close to doing it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Um, it really like affects you, and you feel really run down and drained. And they call it a die-off effect. It's the effect of the candida dying off and releasing toxins into your body, so you feel a little bit unstable. Um, but yeah, so you have to kind of push through that if you want the results, and you won't regret it. But I mean, really, to answer your question, there's so much information online about what a candida diet is. But yeah, no sugar, essentially, as less as possible. Someone said you have to kill the fungus before you go into the sun, otherwise the spots will show up more. That's true, very true. Um, so the way I killed the fungus is just by being on the diet. I didn't put any. Do you know, in the first couple of weeks or maybe month of being on this candida diet, I used to get coconut oil and like rub it on my body before I went to sleep. But to be honest, I don't know how much that actually helped. I only did that for like a couple of weeks. Um, and every now and then I used to have oregano oil tablets, and I used to have like natural yogurt, um, like the really sour one that tastes like shit. Um, okay, what else? I have it, and Coco Lux says I have it, and I had white spots on my knees, neck, stomach, and face. The skin is peeling off. I'm actually getting deep color back. I'm like, yeah, I think I remember. Mm, do you know, this to me doesn't wholly sound like tinea versicolor, like what you're explaining. Maybe it is, but I think most people who have tinea versicolor tend to get it in their upper body, so from the waist up. I think I did maybe at one point have something behind my knees, potentially. But yeah, I've not really, I don't know, the description, maybe, I don't know. Sorry. Um, Arshan, did it used to be itchy? I've had it for 2.5 years, and these past 2 weeks, the itchiness is killing me, and the healthcare in Canada sucks. I thought the healthcare was really good in Canada. The dermatologist gave the appointment for 22nd August. Um, Itchy? No, it was never itchy for me, ever. Try organic sulfur; it will get rid of it. All right, nice one, Alexis. You've been giving me so much info that I didn't get from other videos, so please make more videos about this. I will surely watch those. I'm going to search about candida diet now. I hope you will make them too. Thanks. No problem. Happy to help. Um, yeah. Do you know the thing is like I um I downloaded this, or I paid for like this Candida diet book, but I'm not going to tell you what it is or recommend it because people are going to think that I'm trying to sell something, which I'm not. So as I said before, just go and do your own research, find your own book, and um, yeah, I'm sure it'll work for you. I've done this. I've done all this numerous times for years. It will eventually come back unless you live this way your whole life. The fungus is everywhere, and certain people's immune systems don't eradicate it as it's not a threat. There are millions of people that are fat slobs and a walking piece of candida that don't end up with this. It's purely just management. Um, yeah, potentially rich. I don't know, mate. I think you're right. You know, everyone has different bodies, and everyone has different immune systems. And I'm no doctor, and I can't argue with what you're saying. Um, so yeah, it's possible. With my experience, anyway, I went on the Candida diet, and I've not suffered from like that sort of chronic tinea versicolor that I was suffering from. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I got mine when I played football in college. Okay. Um, Man, this is a bullshit video, bruh. Tanning, are you serious? TV is a topical fungi. Doesn't start in your stomach, bro. You need to you need to give some damn better info before making a video. Bleaching it, laughing my ass off. Nelson, thank you. Appreciate your comment. Good luck with everything, buddy. Please comment the diet you followed. Look, I can't stress enough. There's a lot of information out there about the diet. I didn't follow as like a set diet. I didn't say to myself, okay, Monday I need to eat this, Tuesday I need to eat that, Wednesday I need to eat this. That wasn't what I all I knew was these are the foods I can eat, and I just, like any normal person, ate only those foods, when I was hungry. A lot of the times for breakfast I'd have like these organic, like nothing in them, like these rice cakes. If you eat them plain, they taste horrible. But I used to just get avocado and put the avocado on top of the rice cakes, a bit of chili flakes, a bit of salt and pepper. I'd have that for breakfast. You know, so as long as you know what you can eat, um, then you can just make your diet around that. Um, I have this on my face. I used topical creams to get rid of the red rash mostly. However, the white spots are still there. Do you think Candida diet would also work in this situation? I don't know. In my personal opinion, I really believe that being on a diet like this will help your skin. Um, Once again, I mean, I'm not a doctor or a dermatologist or anything, so a lot of what I say is just from my personal opinion and experience. But I think if you've got it on your face, um, and it's something that is concerning you, you've got nothing to lose. And being on this Candida diet, it's not going to, it's only going to benefit you, even if you don't have, tinea versicolor. Um, it, you're just eating healthy foods. That's all there is to it. So yeah, sorry, I can't really give you a clear answer, but I would definitely give it a go. I think, it could potentially help you. You might be surprised. Give it a go. Here we go. Sucks for me. I'm naturally darker than you, and since I'm out fishing multiple times a week for hours in the heat, my TV looks worse. My skin gets white patches while the rest is tan. I need to cover my skin until it heals. I hear what you're saying, but I mean, what you're saying is you're not really treating the underlying cause of the tinea versicolor. Theoretically, you should be able to go out into the sun every day, as long as you're eating the right foods. It will eventually go away. My belief is that this tinea versicolor comes from the gut, and it's about making sure that your gut flora is healthy. You can read books about it, and there's quite a lot of information out there. So I think you know, it doesn't particularly matter where you are, whether you're fishing every day. You just need to look at the diet that you're eating. Someone said tanning is probably the worst thing you can do as the sun affects it. Yes, that is correct. If you try and tan over it straight away without going on this diet or doing something, obviously it will be more prominent on your skin. But yeah, as I mentioned before, the way I got rid of it was I got on the diet for 4 months, and then I could still see it. But then when I was in, I can't remember, Spain or somewhere, I just tanned over it in like 1 or 2 days, and it didn't come back. That was it. Pray to Allah to get rid of this and apply coconut oil every 2 hours daily. I saw a huge difference. Okay. Okay. Yeah, could do that. Definitely. Tanning actually makes spots show more. That's true. Tanning makes me sweat, which makes my tinea worse. I've had success in the past by making a concoction in a spray bottle of tea tree oil, apple cider vinegar, and oil of oregano, and spraying it on the spots multiple times a day. This summer, they are back with a vengeance, so I think I'll try the diet too. Okay, Bunny Holly, good luck with the diet. That was a year ago, so feel free to let us know how you got on. Hey, bud, I've been using those antifungals, but nothing happened. But I'm now on ketogenic. I want to ask you if the tinea ball became bigger and more obvious in your first experience after the first day of sun. Right. Yeah. So it will be bigger if you don't heal your gut essentially. So as long as you address the diet side of things, as I said before, you'll be able to go out in the sun and in my experience, tan over it. How often do you go on the Candida diet to prevent reoccurrence? I only went on it once, and that was it. And I've been eating really unhealthy for like the past 12 months, and you know, it hasn't come back the way it used to. I do every now and then get like some white spots here, but it's not like Candida. Like it's not like a massive like overgrowth. I don't have anything on my shoulders anymore. It's been very much contained. I feel like I've sort of killed it off. So yeah, to answer your question, I went on it once for 4 months. Your face makes me happy. Thank you. I have these white speckled patches all over my stomach and outer thighs, and a little bit on my arms. I would say it is spread, but it might just be that I stopped tanning and now I'm more pale enough to see more. Mine have gotten scaly, like other people's symptoms. I thought it was eczema. Any thoughts? I think I replied to this one. What did I say? Yeah. So, yeah, I went back to that one. If it sounds like Tinea Versicolor and you haven't tried going on the diet, give it a go. Although there are many different Candida diets out there, are there? Some more strict than others. Can you link the one you were on, man? Let me see. Did I comment on this? Okay, you know what? I did link the Candida diet that I was on here. I wish I didn't, because yeah, I don't want people to think that I'm trying to get some financial gain out of this. I'm actually going to delete this comment. Obviously you can see the one I used. Look, if you really want to, that is the one I used. So knock yourself out. But yeah, I would advise doing your research. You don't have to use that one. I've downloaded stuff from all different types of places. Good video helping us do more. Thank you. I'm currently using Selsun 2.5 if it works. I tried using it. Never worked for me. It seems very strange to me because I only noticed that I have tinea versicolor after going to the beach holiday. Yep. So the rest of my body's tanned except for the affected part. When I did some research, what is true? I'm under medication now and seeing little improvements. It's so frustrating because it's costing me a job. I think I replied to you. Yeah, give the diet a go. Let us know how you're going. Give us an update. Just wondering, did the spots fade away a lot on the first day? Just came back from the beach today and they seem to be white. Yeah, so this is my fault. I made a really fucking big mistake when I uploaded my original video. I don't know why, but I said in my video that if you go out in the sun, like straight away, you can tan over it. Now, it was true for me because I'd just been on this diet for 4 months, but the way that I like put it into my video, it made no sense and it really confused a lot of people. And for that, I'm really sorry. It wasn't my intention. I later, once I figured out the password for my account, removed that part of the video because people kept saying that, and yeah, apologies for that. Yeah, as I've said before, after being on the diet, you can go out in the sun. Sorry about that, Jake. Did you say I can use a sunbed to tan? The weather here is dropping, so it's hard. Yeah, so once again, this is linked with me originally saying you can tan over it. I have white spots on my face. I tried everything, nothing helps. I think I've gone back to this. Yeah, so tinea, I mentioned seeing a dermatologist. In my experience, touch wood, tinea versicolor doesn't go on the face, but yeah. Okay, thanks to Candida, diet worked well with the coconut oil. Mine are clearing up. Hey, Javon Taylor, positive. I like it. Great to hear. Great to hear. My spots aren't white; they're pretty dark. Oh yeah, I went back to that one. That didn't sound like tinea versicolor, but maybe it is. I'm not sure. So yeah, that's it, guys. This is a pretty long video, but you know, I hope I helped. You know, the whole reason why I made this video is because I read this comment here from Fraser saying that it was making him or her depressed, and you know, that's not what I don't want people to feel anxious or depressed about having tinea versicolor. And the more that we can talk about it and discuss, you know, what people are experiencing, the better it will be for people who have it. And I don't want people to feel uncomfortable in their bodies. And if you have tinea versicolor and you have been able to overcome it, whether it's through a diet, maybe you used a cream, whatever, it doesn't have to be, you know, the way I do it. You could have done it a different way. But just share your experiences so that we can help people. And you know, it's one less thing I need to stress about now, which is great because it used to always stress me out. So yeah, please keep the comments coming, and if you have any questions which I haven't answered, let me know. I know a lot of people are really interested about the diet. In my head, it's really not that interesting, but if you really, really want me to like go through like specifics about what I actually ate, like specific things, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know and I'll make another video about it. But as I said, just find a document online which lists the ingredients that you can have, or the, you know, the foods that you can eat, and just piece your diet together from there. So yeah, good luck everyone, and yeah, maybe I'll make another video soon if people would like that. See you later.